right, what's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Together Achieving Greatness. I'm your host, Trevor with Tag Performance and Nutrition, here to help you become an athlete for life through our individualized fitness, nutrition, sleep coaching that will help you, like I said, become an athlete for life and unleash greatness within your life, in all areas of your life. So, before we get going here, if you could please subscribe below, help get you all the updated information, all the new videos I'm posting, all the new content I got up on my page. And then if it's working for you, if you're enjoying it, like it, share it, just spread the word, because I want to help as many people as possible. And in order to do that, I need a little favor from you guys, and any help that you can do in helping me promote it, I was greatly appreciated. Today, we are going to get into a little bit of, I've learned this through one of my coaches, and it's about setting or changing your nutrition habits. A lot of people struggle with their nutrition. It's one of the biggest things I see with people is they don't eat well, they overeat, they emotional eat, they undereat, they eat too much ultra processed foods, and there's just so much that goes into it that we can help you, and I'm here to help you with, and that's what I want to help today, is creating good habits and behaviors. And that is ultimately what it is. It's not calories, it's not macros, it's not numbers, it's not that, it's not fad diets, it's so many different things. We're focused on creating good habits and behaviors, because what good is that 30-day fad diet or cleanse going to do you after that 30 days? You haven't learned any habits, haven't learned any behaviors or built a good relationship with food, whereas you're not feeling guilty, or you're not emotionally eating all the time and stress eating and all these different things that you run into. So today I want to talk about a simple 3-step process to help you change your nutrition habits and goals. And really, you could use this process for anything, in business, in school, in training, but we're going to focus on the nutrition and changing your nutrition habits in this simple 3-step process that I learned through one of my coaches. So let's start. Step 1, we are going to decide what we are going to do. So basically, figure out what your goal is. Maybe you, like since we're doing nutrition, let's say we want to lose 20 pounds. That's our ultimate goal. And again, you can fit whatever it is you want to do in there. And again, this first step is just figuring that out. Maybe you have a few different ones. Maybe it's eating better. Maybe it's adding weight. Maybe you want to build muscle. So whatever that goal is, that is step 1. Figure out what that is, and then we're going to work from there. Which brings us to step 2. Is where we are going to generate behaviors to help achieve that goal. So you can think of step 1 as our outcome goal, and step 2 as our behavioral goals. So in this step, there's plenty of different ways you can do this. One of the ways I like is just listing out all different behaviors or habits that you can do to help get you to that goal. So if we want to lose 20 pounds, that's our outcome goal. We're going to work backwards and figure out what behaviors, habits we can create and do to help get us there. So, for example, lose 20 pounds. Maybe number 1 is that you add a palm-sized portion of protein at each meal. That could be 1. So you're just going to list all these things out, or you can put them on Post-it notes, because we're going to go through and rearrange them later. So maybe ones would be, like I said, eat more protein, drink more water, put your fork or spoon down in between every bite, so you're eating slower. Eat until you're satisfied, not until you're full. Go to sleep more. You could train 3 times a week. It could be not buy ultra processed foods and keep ultra processed foods in the house. So you're going to make a list. So get a good long list. Think 20 things or more probably is a good start of all these little habits these behaviors. Again, these are the things that you are going to do that are going to help get you there. Again, we're just making a list right now. So this is just kind of that brain dump. Get everything out, get it on paper, get it on Post-it notes, get it on your computer, whatever or however you work best, do it that way. But again, right now we're just creating a list, getting everything out, generating all these ideas, because one pops up, this could be very long. And again, we're going to narrow it down here in a minute. So let's say you got a list of 20, 25 things. Once you have that, arrange it, and you can do it again. You can do this different ways. You can arrange it as most likely to do, least likely to do. You can do it on what you think is going to work best for you and what you don't. Level of importance, maybe, like this is the most, like eat more protein, that's number one. Whereas eating till or ridding yourself of desserts, that could be down at the bottom. That's least likely to happen, because maybe you just love pumpkin pie like myself or something like that. So we want to make a list, kind of arrange them in either least important or most important to least important, or most likely to do to least likely to do. So we're kind of putting them in a ranking order. And again, there's no one way you can do this. Just find out what the ones that you are going to do first, like the most important ones that you know that you can do right away. So let's say for this example, we narrowed it down. Our top 4 habits for losing 20 pounds are: eat a palm-sized portion of protein at each meal. Boom, we can do that. That seems easy. Not easy, but simpler than a lot of the other things, and we're more ready, or you're more prepared to do that right away. Go to sleep. Let's put that one. Set up a consistent sleep time where we're going to bed at the same time, getting up at the same time. There's number 2. Then we'll go to train 3 to 5 times a week. Let's just say we'll train 3 times a week. Boom, there's number 3. And then our 4th one, let's say it is, what do we got? What did I say? Should have wrote these down. Let's say eat until satisfied, not full. So you're not overeating. You're just eating till satisfied, not just stuffing your face. You don't have to clean your plate, those types of things. So let's say those are our 4 that we come up with that we narrowed down as we can call them our golden 4, our golden behaviors, our main behaviors, our focus behaviors. Let's call it that. The focus behaviors that you're going to focus on initially. Again, these are just a start, and once those become a habit and part of your routine, then you can start working on this other list. That's kind of why I like having it in a list of most important or things you can do right now, down to things that you're less likely to do. But by the time we're chipping away at the block, we're knocking away we're crossing things off the list as we go down, and that's what's going to help us determine our behaviors. So we come up with those. It doesn't have to be 4 either. It could be 1 or 2. Maybe you just get overwhelmed with too much. And I find a lot of people that I work with they get overwhelmed with doing too many things at once, where we're focused on 1 or 2 quality behaviors. Get those dialed in first, get those part of the routine, and then it becomes part of your life and you're not even thinking about it again. So that is number 2. We're generating, creating, figuring out these behaviors that are going to help us, and making a list, narrowing it down. So we're not overwhelming ourselves, and coming up with a list of a few habits and behaviors that we can do to help get us to our goal, which in this example is lose 20 pounds. So that brings us to step 3, which is creating strategic habits. So we're kind of taking the habits and behaviors from step 2 and creating a strategic plan. And my coach, Luca, calls it the ABC method. So you got A, B, and C. And in the A, it stands for your anchoring. So we're setting up how these behaviors and habits are going to work and how we're going to implement them in our life. So A stands for anchor moment. So when something in your normal routine happens, that's going to trigger you doing this behavior. So it could be with, let's see, what's our normal routine? We're getting ready for dinner, we're cooking our meal, and turning that stove on, or whatever you're using to cook, turning that on means triggers you to add a palm-sized portion of protein. Turning that crock pot on triggers you to put in that chicken breast. So something like that, where it's something is triggering you in your life, becomes that anchor moment, triggers you to start this new habit. So anchor is the A. B is our behavior. So the action you have to choose. I kind of already went over that. So the palm-sized portion of protein. So that anchor moment leads to the behavior. And then C is the fun part, celebration. So you're going to have that anchor moment that triggers your behavior in which you do. So you eat that palm-sized portion of protein, and then you decide how you're going to celebrate. Maybe you're going to eat that portion of protein, so you're going to listen to your favorite music, or you're going to play video games, or you're going to, I don't know, whatever it is you like to do, you celebrate, do that. Again, it's anchor that moment so we turn on the crock pot, or we turn on the stove, get the frying pan out. That triggers us to get that chicken breast, that palm-sized portion of protein, and cook it. We eat it, and then we celebrate. We turn on our favorite song. We go play video games. We watch our favorite movie. We relax with a good show. Whatever it is, however you want to celebrate, that is kind of how that works. So we anchor a moment that triggers our behavior that we've chosen from number 2, and then we celebrate it. So that is I hope that is clear, you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Let me know. I don't know, you probably can't even read my writing, it's so bad. But again, this is a simple 3-step. Again, you can use this 3-step process, not just for nutrition, which we went over today, which is great because so many people do struggle with nutrition. Whether they want to lose weight, like I said, we did 20 pounds, they want to add muscle, they want to just overall fix their eating habits, they want to feel better, they want to decrease their blood pressure, they want to raise their testosterone. Whatever your goals are, you can run them through this 3-step process. So decide what you want to do, your outcome goal. Number 2, generate behaviors to help you achieve that goal. So this is your behavioral goals, so little things: drink more water, get more sleep, get 10,000 steps, those different things, those smaller things that you are going to, in this step, you are going to list them all out, arrange from most to least important, most likely to do, less likely to do, and narrow it down to the ones you're going to focus on right away. And then you're going to create the strategic habits, having that anchor moment. So I'll give you another example of this. So we're going to get a walk in first thing in the morning. That is let's say we narrowed it down to getting a walk first thing in the morning. So, all right, as soon as our anchor moment is we get dressed, we put our clothes on, we put our shoes on, and that triggers us to head out the door and get that morning walk in, and then we're going to celebrate by having a good breakfast right afterwards. So something like that. It's simple, just 3-step process, but again, you're anchoring the moment with something you're already doing, which triggers your behavior, which you chose from number 2, and then you're going to celebrate. So any questions, guys? I hope this helps. Try implementing it. So again, start small, figure out your goal, work on those, narrow down the behaviors, and then come up with a simple strategic habit to help you get there with that anchored moment, the behavior, and then the celebration. So, any questions, guys, feel free to reach out. You can contact me, Trevor, at tagpn.com. You can comment below this video on YouTube, on social media, wherever you see it. And just make sure, share it with your friends. And most importantly, don't just learn the information. Take this and apply it to your life. Because what good is the information if you're just keeping it stored in that noggin of yours? So again, feel free to reach out, guys. I look forward to it. And make sure you are subscribed to my page and like it. I would greatly appreciate it.